I want to welcome to our Focal Point studio someone who's been a guest on this program before, Kendra. And Kendra, I'm sorry. I apologize. I need to know your married name now.
Yes, sir. Knox. Kendra Knox is the new name.
Kendra Knox. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I've just known her as Kendra White the whole time I've been here. She got married.
I'm not used to saying it either, if it makes you feel any better.
Over the course of the last year, she got married. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Good to have you, Mrs. Knox, as a guest on our program. Now, Kendra, we've had you on before to talk about the Ryan Defrates series, and there have been kind of some developments. I want you to bring us up to speed on what's happening with the Ryan Defrates franchise.
Yes. Well, to fill our listeners in case you do not know the history of this, AFA started as cultural watchdogs. You know, Brother Don was talking about all of the negative programming on television. And a few years ago, we saw a need to not only speak against the darkness, but to be a light and to create content that would be uplifting and inspiring. And specifically in children's entertainment, we found that there really was a need. And so we started on a journey to create an animated children's series, Ryan Defrates' Secret Agent. And we have 3 new episodes that are out today. That's episodes 7, 8, and 9. And basically the story premise here is pretty simple. It's a spy, Ryan Defrates. He's a secret agent, thinks he knows everything and doesn't need anybody's help, and he's all alone. And then he gets partnered with his mom, who is not a spy, but she is wise and usually is the one that ends up saving the day. So they go on all of these adventures together. There is a biblical application at the end of every episode that really brings a character quality home that Ryan learns every episode. So these are not only entertaining and something that we've really heard great responses from families that say that their kids are just begging and they're wearing these DVDs out. So I know a lot of parents are excited that these new episodes are out, but there's also a biblical application at the end. So they're getting the word of God in their hearts and minds.
All right, so tell us what we are now releasing as part of the Ryan Defrates series.
So episodes 7, 8, and 9 deal with some great spiritual themes that, you know, and kind of the way we come up with these themes is what do families really need? What are some of the things culturally that are being attacked? One of those topics is how we respect authority. You know, especially my generation and younger, we are just hardwired to want to push back against authority. Who are you to tell me anything, right? And can be very disrespectful. And obviously it's not about blind faith, but there's something to be said for honoring your father and mother, for honoring teachers, pastors, those that God puts in positions of authority. So episode 8 is all about Ryan. He actually gets put in charge of something, and the switch is kind of flipped, and he realizes that there's a responsibility that's put on somebody who's in charge, and it's not as easy of a position as you think. And he, of course, his mom goes undercover as the queen of a fake country called Ruppel-Uppelstein, and he has to serve her and show honor and respect to her all day long. So that's one episode. Episode 7 is all about holding a grudge and how when you do that, it ultimately hurts you. And Ryan carries around this stinky stink bomb egg, a giant, like, rotten egg, and it's heavy and it cracks on him. And I'm giving a little bit away, but we learned that ultimately when you hold a grudge, it hurts you. And then the last episode is Ryan Defrates' Secret Agent and the Web of Lies. And there is a giant robotic spider that is taking over the town and spraying the sticky web. And Ryan actually gets caught both figuratively and literally in a web of his own lies and has to learn that truth is important to God.
Wow. Well, that sounds good. It makes me want to run out and get them and watch them tonight. Well, you know, and it's interesting, you know, because you look at the Bible, and what the Bible indicates is the only weapon that Satan has is the lie. That's all he's got. He has no power until he can get us to believe a lie. Then he has some kind of control, has some kind of leverage, like with Adam and Eve in the garden. He had to deceive Eve, get her to partake of the fruit. Until she did that, he had no leverage, had no control.
Right.
But once she believed the lie, then Satan had some leverage, had some control. And so obviously Satan's job, what he wants to do is get us to believe lies and then use us to tell lies to other people.
And he tries to normalize it.
Yeah.
He tries to normalize what a lie, what the sin becomes, and we're seeing that in the media today, that especially in children's entertainment, there's a lot of sin that has become just normalized, and we're exposing children to things at such an early age. If you're familiar with the 1 Million Moms push recently through AFA with the Arthur cartoon that came out, you know, a gay wedding, and we're just trying to normalize. This is something that needs to be talked about, and the truth is parents aren't ready to talk to their kids about these things, and they're being slipped into our entertainment. And as a content creator, I can tell you it is impossible for you to keep your worldview out of what you create. So that's why it's so important to have people that have a godly worldview creating content for our families.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's terrific. Now, tell folks where they can get their hands not only on episodes 7, 8, and 9, but episodes 1 through 6.
Yes, sir. You can go to afastore.net. Individual episodes are $12.99, or you can buy them in a combo pack of 3 episodes at a time for $24.99. And again, that's afastore.net.
And while you're there, pick up a copy of the Boy to Man book.
That's right.
Shameless self-promotion there. Okay, so afastore.net, easy to remember. Where do you go to buy stuff from AFA? You go to afastore.net. Well, Kendra, appreciate it so much you being with us. Congratulations on the release of the last 3 episodes, and we look forward to hearing
the latest 3. We'll have more to come.
More to come. All right. Fantastic. Kendra Knox has been our guest. Thank you, Kendra. Ryan Defrates, Secret Agent. Go to afastore.net. Pick up episodes 7, 8, and 9. While you're there, pick up episodes 1 through 6. You and your family will not regret it. Thank you, Kendra. Appreciate it.